I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Same thing. I was like,
just thinking that.
This ground, I was like, wow, traction.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Do you think the mop would work? Because that has like a spray feature, doesn't it?
Yeah, but Gordon was saying, this last thing I'll say that with the service, Gordon was saying that he doesn't want to overuse it because the solution damages the floor. Yeah.
And then we wouldn't have the best floor.
Yeah, so, yes. All right, welcome everybody. My name is Brandon, I go by Static, for those of you who don't know me. Today, we are going to be focusing primarily on Top Rock. So for those of you who are unaware of Top Rock is the portion of braking that we do before we hit the floor. So, I mean, I think that a lot of us, like when we think of braking, we initially think of, power moves and doing all the dynamic shit, but as I try to remind people at the end of the day, this is a dance first. And if you're going to be learning anything from me, I really just want to vocalize that you need to be aware that before you get too caught up about the moves, you need the movement first. And then the bigger stuff can come later, in addition to this being a beginner class as well. So just for starters, I just want everybody just to follow my lead. Also, just by a show of hands, if this is like your first time braking, can you let me know? First time? First time? Okay.
This is like college.
Okay, so with the three of you, do either of you have any other dance experience? Okay. Yes, no. So this is like your first dance, anything? That counts. Dance is dance. That still counts. Like, not street dance, but just dance in general. And yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. And the reason why I asked that, because that allows me to kind of like gauge, I guess, like how far I can go in regards to the three of you guys, right? So yeah, thank you for coming. Same thing for everybody else. Again, just follow my lead. And we're just using this as a warm-up, all right? power moves and I'm doing floor work, but a lot of breakers cannot dance up top. And I think that is pretty sad because again, like a lot of people forget that this is a whole element to breaking. Like typically, this is what you'll see. Like you'll see somebody do this. They might do a little circle. They might do this for 2 seconds, and then they'll go down and kill it on the floor. But again, I really just wanted to try to really like tackle the issue that I felt like is an issue, especially with us being in New York. I don't know how many of you are like from here, but I mean, this is where breaking started, and I feel like it's super important that if we're going to be learning it here, this is a really, really important piece of the dance that I think that is really ignored. Okay? So, with that being started, the very, very first step that I really want to kind of like center a lot of this class around is called the Indian step. Again, I know some of you will know this step already, and for those of you that know this step already, bear with me because we will be going over variations, so that way you will take something away from this class. And it's just good, you know, just to practice. So, the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our left foot, we're going to lift it up, just like this. We're going to take this and kick it, just like that. Right after we kick, we're going to jump and switch, just like that. From here, I'm going to take this right foot and I'm going to hop over this left foot, and at the same time, my hips and my chest are going to go in this direction, and that's going to look like this. Okay? So now we're all on our right foot and our left foot is up into the air. From here, I'm then going to switch my feet between my right and my left, just like this. And from here, I'm going to twist my hips and my chest back to the center, and at the same time, I'm going to kick. In 3, 2, 1, turn and kick. Just like that. From here, we're going to do the same exact thing, but everything is now going to go on the opposite side, so we're going to jump and switch. We're going to go to the right, hop back, turn and kick. Switch your feet, hop to the left, hop back, turn and kick. Switch your feet, turn to the right, hop back, turn and kick. One more time, switching my feet, hop to the left, hop back, and turn and kick. Last time to the right, switch, hop to the right, hop back, and turn and kick. So before I continue, and I don't have a problem breaking this down as many times as you guys need it, even if it's just for one person. Does anybody need to see this step one more time before I continue? Thank you. Okay, so one more time. So again, lifting up my left foot, kicking, switching my feet, right foot is hopping over my left, both of my hips and my chest are turning to the left, just like that. So from here I hop back, turn and kick, and then I switch my feet, hopping to the right, and then I'm going to switch my feet, turn and kick. Yes. So, pretty much, if I do this same step a little bit faster, this is what it's going to look like. If I'm trying to keep up with the beat, just to give you an example of what it will look like. Again, I'm not expecting for anybody to be able to go this fast. I just want to show you what it looks like in real time. simple variation, but the reason why I didn't want to teach this first is because I didn't want all of you to get dependent on the easier version first. I just wanted to present it as a possible alternative. For whatever reason, if the kick is just not resonating for you, but pretty much it's going to be the same exact thing, but we're going to actually just kick out the kick. I just think the kick just makes, it kind of completes the step, but I've seen people kind of get away with doing this top right step without the kick, and that looks like this. So I'm going to start by kicking, I'm switching my feet, I hop over, I hop back, and then from here, instead of me going like this, I'm just going to, actually I messed it up, apologies. I'm going to do it one more time from the beginning. So, I'm kicking right here, I switch my feet, I hop over, and then when I hop back, I'm going to hop back here. So it skips this whole step right here. For me, it feels really weird to take out the kick, but again, I have seen people that feel more comfortable to just, I'm going to try to demonstrate again because I never do this, but I see it around. So again, I'm going to kick, switch, hop over, hop back. Here, hop over, hop back. Again, I feel really awkward even demonstrating, I'm not going to lie. But again, I mainly see people doing that, and these are the people, again, that are not really proficient in Top Rock, which is why, again, I think it's really important for you guys just to get like the full picture. But at the same time, I don't want to tell you how to dance. I just want my job to kind of just present information, and whether or not you want to use this or not is up to you. But I just want you guys to know that it exists, and you're not required to do this. I just think, again, my personal preference, my personal biases, I think the step was more complete like this. But if you want to do this, again, here, this is kind of like the vanilla version, but I'm just not a fan. So that's just me though. But if you guys want to stick with that, that's cool too. But do you have any other questions before I have you guys drill it for a sec? You good? Okay, so again, a minute on the clock. If you feel like you can keep up with this BPM, dope. If you need to really take your time, that's okay as well. So I really just want to make sure that you understand the movement first before you start applying it to the music. Even though I have a really big emphasis on making sure that you're dancing on beat and stuff, just for now, because we're in class, this is a safe space, just get used to the move first. Because again, a lot of what I want to go over today is revolving around this step. So I just want to make sure that if you take anything from today, especially if you don't know this step already, that you feel comfortable at least doing it, okay? So, I'm gonna put it on a minute, and 3, 2, 1, and go. Just try it to your own pace, all right? Feel like you still need to work on like the base step, that is okay, because we're going to do the same exercise where I'm going to show you a variation, and I want you guys just to try it on your own just to see how it feels, and then we're going to kind of just take it from there, okay? So, assuming that you're okay with the step, switch from here. When I come over the second time, once I'm here, I want us to practice turning all the way like that. And then to pretty much reset by going in the opposite direction, okay? So, if I do that a little slow, all right? I'm gonna start like this. I'm gonna go to the right. And when I come back here, when my left foot is up, I'm going to turn, and my left foot is right back here. I'm gonna switch and hop over again, and then come back, and then switch sides. So again, I know that might seem like a lot, but I'm gonna break it out one more time. The only thing that we're doing is after you come back around, you're going to add a spin right before you continue onto the opposite side. And that's going to look like this. So again, from the beginning, kicking, I'm here, I hop over, this is normal, hop over, this is normal. So when I come back around, right? When I'm coming back to the left side, from here, I'm going to really twist all the way to the left, just like that. And then kick and do the same exact thing. All right? And then hop back, turn, I'm here, spin, kick, hop over, and then hop back. Here, spin, kick, hop over, hop back. Here, spin, kick, hop over, hop back. So, that is a very, very simple variation that you could do. And again, I know that it may seem like a lot, but it's something that I really, really just want you to attempt. If you feel like that's too much, stick with the original step for now. Because again, I know I just presented a lot of information to you, and I don't want you guys to get overwhelmed. This is mainly for the people that, if you know for a fact that you're comfortable doing like this, from here, and then, ooh, out of the strip, and then, yeah. So, again, just an idea, you don't have to go super fast, you can take it slow, all right? This is more about me, again, challenging your creativity as well, because I know that this is a lot, especially for those of you that are not familiar with this stuff, okay? So, same exact thing. I'm gonna put this on a minute and a half. I really want you to try to add that spin, or another thing that I would like to add, if and only if you feel a window of opportunity to add another spin somewhere, like now I'm improvising. So let's say if I kick, switch here, come back here, that could work. Assuming that you have enough momentum to do that, because I feel like I would lose balance. But again, if anything that I ever go over, if you see the window of opportunity to take something that I'm presenting to you, and if you want to tweak it, especially if we're talking about variation, please do it. Because again, I don't want you to have this mindset of like, okay, I only have to do what static is telling me to do, and that's the only other option. I want this to kind of be like a gateway to be like, okay, he showed me how to do this, but this is making me think that I could potentially do this at the same time. And again, just to kind of like build off of each other. A lot of the times I get inspired by you guys as my students. So I don't want you to feel like, okay, what I say is absolute and that's the only route to go. I want you to think of this as like, okay, this is the actual core step, and from here, how else can I add a spin, right? Right, so I just want you to kind of play with the idea of incorporating a spin, and I just presented one to you, but this is not like the definitive way to do the move when it comes to you adding a spin. It's just one out of many that I haven't even begun to start thinking about. Okay? So, we all good? We all good? We all good? Okay, same exact thing. Also, if the spin is too crazy at this moment, focus on just a step. Do not worry about the rest of the class, focus on you. Again, some of you might recognize this stuff. I think maybe you might be the only one, because I feel like I showed you this as yes. I feel like I showed you this as session, but again, this is going to include us doing something very similar, but this time we're going to incorporate an additional hop. Okay? So here, I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to kick, hop over, switch, kick, hop, up here, and then once I come back here, I'm going to come back. When I kick, instead of me switching my feet, this left foot is going to act as like a, we're going to describe it as a, almost like an aerial anchor. Yeah, let's just say that. We're gonna pretty much just leave this into the air just like that, but we're not moving this foot. That's very important because I know that half of us, when you try this step, you're gonna yank it back because that's what I did for like the first month that I was trying to do this. But from here, we're gonna leave this foot up and we're gonna jump over that foot. And that's going to look like this. Okay? So, after we add that jump, we should be here. From here, we can do one of two things. I want us to add another spin, just like that. Or, hold up, so from here we're jumping. Yeah, so from here, if the spin is too much, I want you to put the subfoot down, and then you can also do the same exact thing where you're adding the spin. This is a little bit easier. And then we should end up right here. Okay? So if I do the whole thing together, this is what it will look like. Especially with the slow music. 5, 6, 7, go. Okay, I'm gonna demonstrate it again. 5, 6, 7, go. One last time. 5, 6, 7, go. Yeah? Does anybody need to say it one more time?
Question. Yeah, so like in counts, like this is like a full like 1.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
And that's to give you quick time to actually get like, yeah, to just physically get ready to the jump.
Yeah.
The jump itself plus the landing. Yeah, and then after you land here, again, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys whether or not you want to keep this foot in the air and twist like that, or from here you can place it down and leave it here and then bring it back in. Ideally, again, if you can, try to sync it with the music, and if it's too much for you to multitask, just focus on just getting used to the step itself. Okay? But we're all comfortable trying the step? Yeah. Okay, so I think this slower track actually works too because the BPM is slower and it should be a little bit easier. Just to try it. Same exact thing. Again, if anybody needs any help, I'm right here. Also, I really want everybody just to prioritize doing it on one side for now. If you feel like you really got that, then after you do this, you can hop over and try the same thing. Hop over and try the same thing on the opposite side. Just like that, okay? But again, I noticed that my more dominant side when it comes to a lot of top rock stuff is me kind of just doing stuff here, like me shifting to my left, even on the righty. I don't know how everybody feels about that, or who's the righty, who's the lefty, but it's something that I personally notice. So if you feel like you're able to do this, and then also do this equally, awesome. If you feel like that one side is better than the next, I think that's pretty normal because I notice in breaking, normally we tend to like deviate to one side versus another. Alright? But yeah, so just practice. Again, we're adding this with that. Okay? And then if you feel like you have the endurance or the momentum to switch sides and try it on the opposite side, then go for it. Alright? So same exact thing please. 5, 6, and second after I jump, everything is shifting up. And then I carry that weight, come like that down here. And then stop. If anything, at least for me, if I know that I'm about to go on tops, my beginning is really really sharp. And normally just start with like that really hard dynamic kick. And then I'm really coming down though. So it's the same way how like if you're doing hip hop, how like you teach the rhythm just like stick in. It's really similar with hip hop. You want to make sure that again, I don't want to say what you do, but it's more of an attitude that you can't take. Because again, I'm not saying you have to be in a soft rock, they're very like this. They want to be late. Like this. And then
When they sweat the technique.
so, I think, actually, let me turn it down for a second. Again, so, how do you feel about that step, the jump? As long as it's not this, I'll take this. Again, I'm not expecting for anybody to master this. I just want you, again, to all get into the habit of just attempting it and just to see how that makes you feel, okay? But this is then going to carry into another step that is going to add off of what we just did. Okay? So after you do that first jump, right? So I'm just going to skip the actual full step. I'm going to just start with the jump. So I'm going to kick. I'm jumping over. And then from here, after I turn, whether or not your leg is up or your leg is down, this turn is going to generate momentum. So then have this right foot come around and we're going to connect it to our left foot and we're going to do one full 360. Oh no. There you go. I'll take it from the beginning. You're not in trouble. You look like you're in trouble. Alright, so one more time, I'm here. I'm gonna just do the full thing in motion and then we're gonna try it together just so that you guys can see. Whoa, I just lost balance. Okay, so from here, I lost balance, but I'm supposed to stay here, but I did lose my balance. Not to make excuses, but I am dealing with an injury, so my ankle is pretty swollen. So if you notice that I just randomly kind of like shift over, I'm just, fighting this, but again, I don't want to, not just sprain it, but somebody like stepped on it, like here, but I'll live, but it's just like, I do feel it, so if you notice that I'm stumbling a little bit, just forgive me, alright? But I just want to demonstrate it one more time. So again, and this is just starting from the jump, I'm jumping in, just to kind of like recenter yourself. I'll demonstrate that one more time. So again, here versus us, and then me kind of just ending up in a place where I might not want to finish. So if it helps, regardless of where you end, oops, wait, I didn't mean to do that. For you to just come back here, then let's aim for that, okay? Okay, try it again. 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. Again. 3, 2, 1, and jump. A little faster. 3, 2, 1, go. And 3, 2, 1, go. Oops, I was late. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so now this is what I'm gonna have you guys do next. So from here, you are going to take the Indian step, and I want you to focus on doing that step in addition to adding one hop that we just did. I want you to add one spin somewhere and whatever you do, and I also, if possible, want you to add this. You can use the same exact order as we have been learning, or you can change up where you place what when. Okay? So, after we do that, I do want to go over some of the more, I guess, simple top rock steps, and pretty much do the same exact thing, and then eventually we're going to get into a giant cipher, which is a giant circle where we're going to take turns, adding and incorporating everything together. And again, this is not to embarrass you, this is not to make you feel any type of negative way. This is to motivate you, encourage you, and for you to get inspired by everybody. So even if you get stuck and you're not 100% sure what to do, you might see something that somebody else might do that, and you might be like, okay, that looks really dope, I want to try it. Just keep in mind that if you notice that somebody does something really unique or original that we haven't done in class, I would highly recommend to try not to do exactly what they're doing without trying to, again, take what they did and tweaking it, changing it just a little bit. And it could be something as simple as, I don't know, like let's say, again, this is me improvising. Let's say if somebody does this, let's say if somebody does this, right? And you really like this pullback, instead of you doing the same exact thing, maybe you could do 1, 2, kick, slide back. You could take inspiration from somebody and still just do something small just to change it. And this leads into a whole really big conversation about, you know, being a biter, which is pretty much slang for you copyrighting somebody's moves and or movement without acknowledging what they did. And there's, again, this is like, there's so much history when it comes to like biting and the history of breaking and how people will literally like study other people's moves and movement and then do like the whole thing during performances, battles. It's pretty bad, to the point where like if you go on IG, there's like Instagram pages that will call out certain b-boys and b-girls that are biting from other people and then put them on blast. It's pretty crazy. So again,
and conversely, when you build off of each other's moves, that's being a crew. You're building off each other's moves and you're sharing flavors.
Yeah.
But like you're mixing the flavors up together.
Yeah.
As a crew.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the opposite of biting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that because I'm in 2 crews myself, and one thing that I noticed about me and my crewmates is that occasionally like they'll do some of my stuff, and I don't mind it because it's kind of like that's like my fan, that's like my dance fan. So like especially if they use some of my shit to help advance them, they know that like I'm like the origin, I'm the source, but like it's kind of like I don't know. It's kind of like I've seen the same thing with like some siblings I don't know if anybody here in this room knows of a dancer who goes by B-Boy Spidey. Yeah, so Spidey is one of the closest thing that I had to a mentor. He wasn't my teacher, but he was one of the people that really inspired me to really just start dancing. So, not to deviate from class, but this is one thing that I will shout him out for. He taught me this one go down that I went over a couple days ago, that where like he'll tuck in his hand like this, and he'll jump and slide like that. So that's something that he used to do a lot when he was coming up, and now he's at a level where he just has so much other stuff. He's like, yo, Static, you can keep that. Like, that's yours. And I'm like, for real? Because I think that's dope. You sure? He's like, yeah. Like, that's yours now. And I'm like, okay. But like, whenever anybody like compliments me on that, they're like, yo, like, how, where, when? I'm like, Spidey, just to kind of pay homage to him and to pay respect to him, you know? So, again, I just want us to think about that too if we're talking about breaking, or if we're just talking about dance in general, because I think this conversation goes hand in hand with anything you do, and I know that we all have had some experience in dance. And yeah, just please just don't forget that. You know, if you're gonna, especially, and again, I don't want to lecture too much, because I want you guys just to try this, but especially coming from some of your other teachers, I don't know how other teachers teach, because to be blunt with you guys, I've never taken a class before. Everything that I had came from me going to parties, battles, and sessions. I did not like watch YouTube. I did not, again, like take classes here or at like ATG or anywhere else. I think that I was kind of blessed in a weird way that I kind of learned really organically from just going to the source. You know, just going to the parties, going to the clubs, and going to the battles. But at the same time, I think that did hurt me in the long run, because a lot of the technique that I feel like I should still have mastered, because I've been dancing for I think 14 years now, I'm still going back and trying to like get certain stuff that I feel I should have by now. But again, I didn't have like that person telling me, okay, you got to do this, and this, and I kind of just figured it out. I've been in a hospital multiple times, just trying to just do stuff on my own. But now I'm in a position where like I've gotten hurt, I've leveled up, I've learned, and I'm happy to kind of like get back now at like places like this. But yeah, again, in a nutshell, just please don't bite. And if you see somebody that does something dope, you know, you can get inspiration from it, but just please change it up, because I see it happening all the time in all dance styles. Again, like I'm mainly a b-boy and a house dancer, and I do hip hop too occasionally. But especially in the breaking scene, it's a problem, and I want to just localize that, you know.
So I just have a really quick question.
Yes.
So breaking is one of the parts of hip hop.
Yeah.
So what is hip hop dance? I don't want to get into it now, but
I think again, if you guys don't mind hearing this for 2 seconds, I think that with hip hop dance, you have to remember that like breaking was the primary first hip hop dance. So, but it's like breaking got so big that it kind of started to deviate away from just being under the umbrella of just being called the first hip hop dance. So like a lot of the new school dancers, they don't know that like breaking is one of the elements of hip hop. They think that hip hop means that like you're doing like choreography in front of like, you know, like trendy hip hop music, but I'm like, it goes deeper than that.
So to me, when I see that, it's more like hip hop.
And yeah, I guess you can argue that with the way that hip hop is now being like almost like a commodity, where people took this dance and they kind of just ran with it. And again, like this is why I think that with all of you in this room that like call yourself a hip hop dancer, I do think that to some degree, like you need to know how to be able to express yourself. And this is the reason why I'm really big on like learning how to freestyle, because I see so many people, again, this is not me throwing shade at anybody, but I'm just stating how I feel. I see a lot of people that call themselves hip hop dancers, but if you put on like a Nas beat or whatever, you just tell them to kind of just a group or dance, they don't know what to do. And I think that's a problem, because
I think a lot of times the academics lose sight of the grooves. It's more about the moves and the grooves. Whereas the grooves are such a major part.
Yeah.
I think you need to marry both.
Yeah. And again, I think that with me being, this is the last time I promise, I know I'm talking, but I think that with you also saying that like you need to fuse the two, like more recently, now more than ever, I've been like getting into like the choreography scene because not unfortunately, but it pays the bills.
That's the landscape.
And that's how I get my gigs. And you know, I recently joined a dance company, and they know that I'm not like a strong choreo person, but they are really attracted to me as a freestyle dancer. So now it's like I'm learning. You know, I'm like back at level 1 where I'm like learning from somebody, and they're telling me to go like boom, 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 and I'm kind of just like I want to go like this though, and I have to kind of like check my own ego because I've been doing this for a minute, and I'm kind of just relearning. And yeah, but I do agree that there should be a healthy balance between both. So I really appreciate you guys again for just pulling up here, because in this class, like I really just want to challenge you guys to start thinking on your own and to really challenge your own creativity. All right. So let's get started again. Again, sorry for that talk. Sometimes I gotta get it out, and I think the knowledge is just as important as like doing the move sometimes. Okay. But again, we're going to pretty much just focus on fusing everything together. We're gonna do that for a couple minutes, and then after that, I want to just quickly go over a couple others. It's really, really simple top rock basics, and then for like the last 5 minutes, we're gonna get into a giant sight, and then I want everybody kind of just to show me either what you learned from today and or what you already got, or a mix of both. Okay? So again, for right now, we're just focusing on everything that we just did in class. Okay? And I just want you just to find a familiar pattern, or if you don't want to like actually make it a sequence, just try to be mindful, like, okay, I'm gonna start here, and then I'm gonna be here, and at some point I'm jumping, or you can do multiple jumps, you can play with it, okay? So but just think about everything that we went over, and just play with those steps, okay? Okay, so, alright, let's get it. And again, everybody needs assistance or help, I'm bouncing around, I'm watching. We have about 10 minutes left. I kind of just really want to run through some more top rock steps. And this is, again, just to give you guys information and or inspiration of what you're about to do. Ideally, I just want everybody just to feel comfortable dancing. Like, again, like the top rock, get into the habit of like how do you feel when you're actually moving? Like I don't want you to get too caught up on like thinking, okay, I have to do this step, I have to do this step, I have to do this step. I want you to just be exposed to it so that way you're falling back on the steps. But I don't want you to rely on the steps, I want you to rely on how you feel and rely on the music, and how the music makes you feel, you know? And again, it doesn't mean that you have to like fake the funk either. And by that I mean like I see some people like when I ask them to dance, I'm like, okay, it's your turn, and they'll go like, okay. And I'm like, that's not you. Like, just how do you want to move? If you just want to just move here, then just move here. But like, I don't want you to do something that you naturally wouldn't do if like I wasn't here. Okay? So just really just focus on like how you naturally just want to groove and how you want to move, and then once you kind of like find that rhythm, and you find like that place where you feel comfortable just being able to kind of like bounce a little bit, then start thinking about the steps after. So I want you to focus on the feeling first, and then like the moves come second. But yeah, okay. So we're gonna just go through this relatively quickly, and these are just a couple of top rap steps that you can pull back on. So we already did a couple of them during our warm-up. One of them is our front step, which is just here, right? Where I'm stepping out, and both of my arms are reaching all the way out, right? And if I wanted to switch it up from here, I could double step, and that will look like this, right? 1, 2, and 1, 2. I can do the same thing going backwards. Right here, and bring it back forward, and go backwards. Boom, boom, boom. I can add a little clap if I wanted to. Keep in mind, even though I'm doing footwork right now, technically, I'm still moving my arms. I'm still can move my shoulders. I can move my head, all right? I want you not to ignore what's happening up top at the same time, okay? So, after that, assuming that you wanted to do something different, this is another simple step, all right? I'm gonna start with my left foot. I'm going to step just like that. So I'm starting here. I'm stepping out where my hips and my chest are diagonal this way. So that's going to start here. I come down, and then I'm going to lift up and switch to the right. Just like that. I'm going to step, come down, up, here. So if I do the whole thing in motion, it's going to look like this. I'm going never ever going to force you to go into the cipher. However, I do think that is very beneficial for you to go, just to challenge yourself, just to try to get over that insecurity that you might have dancing in front of people. And this is just coming from a place of personal experience, because I used to be super scared of dancing in front of people, which is why it's really weird that I'm a dance teacher now, but that's a story for another day. But again, guys, just ultimately, like, have fun. I don't want you to treat this like this is a test. This is, again, for you just to kind of like feel it out. Think about all of the steps that we went over. Even if it means that you're just playing with one step because you're comfortable with that one step, stick with that one step and just funk it out, alright? But yeah, once everybody has participated, assuming that you want to go, that'll be it. I'll say this now. After we finish class here, I host session inside of the big room. So I'm there until 11:30, and pretty much what we do there is, we practice, we train moves for the people that take my classes. You guys can go over what we just went over in class. So if you guys want to like practice battling, if you just want to go over like your own personal movement, or just do whatever it is that you want, it's an open space. I play a variety of hip hop, breaks, funk, and house music there. And if you've taken this class and if it's your first time, you get in for free for your first time. So that's just to add incentive to give you guys a feel of what it's like. Otherwise, it's $7, okay? And the last thing that I will say before we get started is this Saturday, there is a battle that some of the people that actually teach here are all collaborating with. It's called Battle 2-on-2. Typically, Modega has this event called Battle 101 that happens at the end of every month. But this month, we're not going to have it here in Modega. We're having it at another studio called, I think, I Love Dance.
Yeah, it's in Manhattan.
Yeah. So again, that's going to be from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Obviously, you're not required to battle, but I would highly recommend that you guys come through to at least come and watch to support the other dancers. I'll be competing myself. You guys are going to see me in action. And yeah, I think it's $20. Again, it is a 2v2 battle. It's an open styles battle. So that means that you can do whatever style you want. And yeah, you just need to find a partner. And yeah, and that's it. So let's get started. And after everybody goes, class will be over. And if you guys have any other questions, comments, and concerns, you can ask me. Also, I do record my classes, and I hope that doesn't like deter anybody from, moving. I know a lot of people get camera shy and things like that, but I just really wanted to just point out that if anybody wants your footage of what I was, lecturing in addition to your own personal rounds from this class, just ask me after class and I can send you your footage, okay? All right, let's get started. What is yours? We're on the scale again. Let's get it. Yes.
That is a wrap.
Alrighty. Again, I am in the big room. If you guys want to continue dancing, and if not, have a good night. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you, man.
It's our first time to do it. We have to tell somebody.
Yeah, just let them know, like,
Okay.
yeah, and you're good to go. Whew.
Good to see you, bro.
Let me go set up the music.
Sure, I'll sing over. You might? Okay, yeah. I think I might as well.
So be right back.
I shall wait here politely. What is it? I don't want to disturb the Hussein. Hussein.
No, you're good. You're good.
You're doing very important things. Are we good? We're good? Okay. I'm not
What's your name?
Hussein.
It's your name.
You guys get reception?
No, we gotta The session is fun.
Yeah,
It was a good time. I haven't been back in ages. But as soon as it's come on Tuesday nights, there's an open house session.
Yeah. Your house dancer?
Well, I like a lot of stuff. I like because each of them have their own flow and their own, rhythms and pass through. Yeah. But I mean, hip hop is funky, house, I like techno, I like drum and bass. Each of them has a time and place.
Yeah.
For a time and place.
Yeah, perhaps house. Tuesday's kind of hard for me, but I'll definitely see you around there as well.
Sometimes, actually the first Wednesday of the month, there's an open waving section.
Yeah.
And that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Hayes hosts that one.
Yeah. I heard about that one.
Yeah, that's a nice one too.
Yeah.
So Tuesday nights are tapping about Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Good to meet you.
So what's your name again?
Ethan. Tell me yours again? David. That's my father's name.
Not your father, but.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, so, sometimes when you have a family member, names, like, a little bit more of an association.
Hope you guys enjoy the class.
Thank you.
That's how it's fun.
That was fun. Is it your first time coming in?
Like done any breaking since I was in college.
Right.
A bunch of years. Also, I guess my first time coming to breaking class, it was just kind of other students who were, and I picked her up from that.
Sure. She's my daughter. Yeah, so she didn't want me to like drama.
Cute.
Ew, you're sweaty.
I don't think I've ever seen like a parent child come out of here.
So, I'm so excited.
Awesome.
She came.
It really is.
Because the dancing is so much fun. It's just like that's. I don't feel like I can go. I don't really feel the gym. I feel like kind of repetitive. The dancing doesn't feel like it is a workout, but it doesn't feel like a workout. It feels like flow.
Music is spiritual.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, she's good. See?
You don't get it, but you will, because it clicked for me at some point.
Right. See? She makes fun of me.
How spiritual life is.
She makes fun of me. She's like, yeah, this is me trying to be spiritual.
It is. He tries so hard. It's not. You're not spiritual.
No, I'm not saying I am spiritual. I'm trying to connect. I'm trying to tune myself and connect to things. That's what spiritual means. Doesn't mean on like some different level. It just kind of means sensitive.
I just wanted to say that at first
I don't know.
You can go around and go off. It was good to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you. Put this in here.
Hopefully I'll see y'all around.
Yeah. See you in a bit.
Bring this in here.
No, I told you that. I told you. I did. That's the whole point. I said that the closed cups at the bottom. That's a technological breakthrough, right? Right. The closed cups at the bottom.
Yeah.
Technological breakthrough for because back before we had those, fat pants were ready for everything.
That's true, I believe, yeah. I'll be right back. Let me just put this in this room. I'll be right back. Hold on. Hello, hello. I didn't even recognize you with the glasses. What up? Yeah. Bro, we're gonna talk later. We're gonna talk. Let me get situated.
I wasn't tripping, right?
Nah, you're 100% correct.
Shit was wild.
And I didn't leave you any audio messages because I wanted to talk to you.
Yeah. Shit was wild.
Welcome, guys.
whole fast. I'm high in the game. Always enough to get us through. Keep up with pretense, lose it. I'm really hoping it's enough to.
That's a wrap. Okay, Donnie. His name is Donnie, right?
Yeah.
The girl leaves and then he shuts it down. It's cool.
And then shuts it down.
Typical. That's the real hustle, Brandon. No.
Typical. Real typical.
Okay, I guess I'm not as beat up as I thought I was.
Yeah, well, you haven't experienced tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
usually
gonna just
where-
go to sleep with Tylenol, dog. Like,
Smart man. I mean, I wish. I found out I'm allergic to like painkillers and shit. Like they
well,
told someone else.
goddamn.
Yeah.
At least ain't nobody ever gonna accuse you of like pill popping.
They're like, oh, Spidey's doping. Well, just for your information, I'm allergic.
You son of a bitch. So that just leaves your daughter, yo.
Oh, my God.
No, I mean, I guess what I didn't realize that I still had that.
That
like,
dark humor in there?
Yeah, dude.
He came back to New York and they gave him.
Yo, wasn't it like that with pools too?
Yeah.
Yo, he was like, I don't know what's going to come over me.
Oh my god.
See, I leave the
He's like,
city,
I
I
really
become
don't
a new
like
man, you come back to New York and it's just...
And now
It just lets loose.
and I got this dance room in my gym. God.
Damn, no wonder. Now I realize why people are moving out. They're like, yeah, there's this hidden devil in here.
Yo, son. It's called Black Sea.
So are we all doomed?
Huh?
Are we all doomed?
Are we all doomed?
Are we all doomed? You said it's called Black Syndrome?
No, I said it's called Black Sea.
Oh,
Black
I heard Black Syndrome.
Symbiotes.
Let's not forget the Black Sea was contagious.
Yeah, it was.
This is very true.
I got to the point where it just started, you know what? Let me just start making babies.
Who won it? You can get one. You can get one.
So I'm going to name her Scream. I'm going to name him Cardi.
I'm a fuck everyone. Well, that's way more damp than I thought my shirt was gonna get. That's cool. And oddly, I don't know if there's AC in here or if it's just got good circulation. But I didn't get so hot that I was like dying.
I think that's just because we had the right amount of people because before we come in here, there's a full class and it's hot. Like you sometimes see like the steam. Yeah, this is like the perfect amount of people.
You know what the hardest thing to do? That first jump back into the sun. It feels like I'm gonna go in and then the wall's gonna fall, the floor's gonna fall in. There was some of it that came back, some of it that I was like, okay, I forgot about that. And what's really funny is like, for like years on and off thinking, I've been like, what can I do when I do that move to something?
Bro, I freaked out because I forgot you did that and I didn't think that was my set now. Like, I'm gonna show you.
I've seen you do a much shorter one to the ground.
Yeah, but I do it from monkey flip, so I'll go
Yeah,
like
you
this.
literally started doing it when you saw me doing it. And then you were like, but that's the only one.
Bro, I forgot, and then I think I started doing it subconsciously.
That kind of book, that helped me break it apart, kind of teach.
Yeah, because remember,
I'm
we,
thinking like there's this spin
another move that like,
and then there's like different little.
the only other move that we ever shared was,
Wrap their leg.
I don't even.
Yeah, I've been watching you teach too. I'm like,
I don't do that anymore.
You just like jumping in.
Yeah, just like, alright, lie down, wrap your body, give me your leg.
Something for students.
either
Like,
way,
I know y'all
dance
remember
is
like
free. It ain't like it's,
Yeah, we do it.
what's the one that
You had to
I
patterns, like short doing like shuffles and stuff.
I had this shit where it's like,
Forced, like if you're a coach, you're forced to go out.
The high dive one is the most.
I have the one where it's like, motherfucker, long eye with me.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say that. Okay, they're just an energy. They say energy. I didn't say that. But it's like you look and then like you
But I
have
had
to
to
do.
tell myself, stop trying to think of what you're gonna do.
But you have to keep
Yeah,
time.
just go in there and have like, the
That
biggest
like
difference
worked for me a
between
lot
when I
because they just
started
like,
and
yeah,
now
that's
is
really good.
the moves,
I was like, sometimes-
it's the knowledge
Are you seeing my
to
eye?
not get too in my
No,
own
what do you
head,
see? The
hopefully.
floor. What was supposed to do?
Look at me.
Lock eye. Siren contest. Can you do it?
So I know you're not looking at me, Jerry.
He was right though.
That's smart.
You go stay for the whole thing.
I'm like, you have to. Like, it's been too long. All right, stream. Nobody's here, but
and then I didn't think.
last words for the memories.
Fire's always inside. For real, for real.
That's crazy.
For real.
Here. I haven't heard that in that long. We technically started your. No, it was what? Sorry. It was what? Wait. Yeah, it was.
It was what?
What? Damn. We basically started it. I'm gonna just say that.
Just taking credit for sure.
We started doing that shit in like 2010.
Oh damn, who is Johnny?
Johnny.
Was it Johnny?
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
It was Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny was the one that started.
Alchemist.
Bro. I still need to like link up with you for Smash. Yeah.
Hit me up.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Are you any good at that now, Brandon?
No.
No?
I haven't been touching Smash. However, I think I'm pretty decent. I'm a lot better in Tekken now. I think.
Who are you playing now?
Same girl, Lisa.
Yeah, I
Are you getting Tekken 8?
Come on, bro. Fuck, this side.